Good morning, Ravens, and welcome back from spring break. I'm Madison Smith.
And I'm Lena Satterin. This week we have everyone's favorite segment, Word from the Halls,
Plus an update on international news,
as well as a new club that's debuting at ONW. Let's get started. The dreaded 7:50 a.m. late start is upon us, but at least we have some nice memories of spring break to motivate us for a while. A lot of our Ravens flew from the nest this week, so let's take a look at where they went.
Do you like the outdoors? Well, a new club here is starting at Olathe Northwest. Let's send it to Rosie Boswell for the scoop.
My personal goals with starting up this club is to just kind of make it easier for kids to get outside. I know if you don't have a group of friends that are kind of outdoorsy or things like that, it can be kind of hard to find a place and hang out like that.
Outdoor Adventure Club is coming back with Mr. Fouquet and Mike both having new ideas for the club.
The older I get, the more I kind of come to terms with how much outdoor experience I have and how many skills I have and just sort of all the knowledge that I've picked up over the years. And it's really important for me to be able to pass that on.
I know that my brother and sister had been a part of it throughout their high school career. And it just really gave them an outlet for just kind of getting away from maybe homework or things like that and spending time in the outdoors, learning more about it through maybe different speakers. And then overall just kind of hanging out with people and having a good time.
The club participates in a variety of activities.
In the past, they've had lock-ins at rock climbing gyms, just hammock hangouts. I know in the past they broke the Kansas State record for the most hammocks stacked together. That was 16, so maybe we could shoot for 17 this year.
Mr. Fouquet and Mike encourage all students to join the club.
Yeah, I really want students, if you have any interest in this, come along. You know, if you're like, oh, you know, it sounds cool, but I've never done anything like that before, that's okay. That's why this club exists.
If you have any interest in Outdoor Adventure Club, see Mr. Fouquet or Mike Fruth for more information. For ONW Now, this has been Rosie Boswell.
The club's kickoff bonfire is happening this spring at Shawnee Mission Park. Make sure to check it out.
Today is the day that college basketball fans look forward to all season long, the beginning of March Madness. The ONW Library is getting in spirit with teacher votes for their predicted NCAA champion. Students can also participate by stopping by the library and placing their vote for a chance to win prizes. Be sure to go and check it out.
Now let's send it over to Jenna for an update on Raven Athletics.
What's up, Raven Nation? It's Jenna Doherty bringing you the latest news on all Olathe Northwest sports from the past couple weeks. Let's get it started. Before we went on spring break, your Lady Raven basketball team went to Wichita to compete in the state championship. After the Lady Ravens beat Liberal in their first game, they went to play on Topeka High School. The game was close throughout, but after a hard-fought contest, the Lady Ravens fell just short, 52-49. After the loss, the Lady Ravens played Derby for third place. The Panthers came out on top, and ONW took another hard loss, losing 71-40. Congratulations to the girls on an amazing season, finishing fourth at state. Tuesday night, the ONW baseball team was at Seaback for their season opener against Bishop Miege. After empty frames in the top and bottom of the first, Miege posted 3 runs in the second inning on starter Sam Ryder. In the third, the Stags added 3 more to the total, making the score 6-0. However, the boys kept fighting with senior Wyatt Morgan and sophomore Bryce Johnson having big days at the plate and leading the Ravens into their 4th and 5th inning comeback. Olathe Northwest defeated the Stags 10-6. Jack Clayton got the win on the bump, and the Ravens start their season 1-0. The Lady Ravens soccer team also scored big in their first game of the season. The Ravens played 4A Broncos. They controlled the ball well, distributing through the middle and hitting the outside forwards on diagonal runs. With a lot of these opportunities, the girls were able to get a corner around the 15-minute mark. This allowed Mia Hake's touch to assist Lindsay Carr for their first goal. In the second half, the girls continued to dominate the Broncos by getting the second goal by Malia Schinkel. Great 2-0 win to start the season and shutouts by Tori Spurgeon and Emma Smither. The Lady Ravens' next game is at Seaback Tuesday night at 7. Yesterday, our Sports Information Director class hosted Spring Media Day. Raven athletes and coaches from our spring sports gave us a quick preview and answered our questions from reporters on the upcoming season. Here are some highlights from yesterday's event.
So we have a great core group of kids coming back. We have a lot of seniors. We have 120 students out this year for track, which is fantastic. The more kids you have, the more competition you have, and the better off you're going to be.
I got your brother Dalton. He's helping me a lot. I mean, last year, Grant and I were probably the most positive kids on the team, and we never had a smile, didn't have a smile on our face. We were always really happy all the time, and although we probably weren't the strongest kids on the team or hit the best, we always had the best attitude and did everything right. Last year, it was probably halfway through the season. I just felt like making a team prayer or something. It was after the Lord's Prayer. So it starts off our pitcher, who art in uni, hallowed be thy off speed, thy fastball run, thy outings done, in game as it is in bullpen. Give us this day our lively arm, and forgive us our chirping. And it goes on and on and on, but I changed some words depending on who's starting pitcher that day, or who's really heating up and who's hitting well. So I just want to keep it light for the team, and it's just something we can do if we ever need it.
To watch a replay of Media Day, check out our Raven Daily YouTube channel. That's all for Media Day, Ravens. Now back to Lena and Addison.
Now let's take it to Nina Rice for an update on international news.
What's up, Ravens? Welcome back to yet another episode of Around the World. Let's jump right into what's been going on. In northern Mexico, investigators are scrambling to solve a very mysterious case. A masked gunman barged into a bus with a list of names in his hand, and without taking a single shot, 19 passengers were taken and sped from the scene, leaving not a single trace. Investigators are wondering, where did these passengers go and why is there no evidence? However, authorities did find something that may be a key factor to this mysterious kidnapping. All the passengers the gunman removed from the bus were likely migrants traveling through Mexico and heading to the United States. In 2011, the country's Human Rights Commission estimated that there were more than 11,000 migrants that had been kidnapped in a 6-month period. There are many different theories for this case, but no matter the reason, there are major implications in the immigration debate. For our last piece of news, we're going to switch it over to something that's a bit unusual. A Chinese buyer bid more than $1.4 million for a prized Belgian racing pigeon named Armando. Armando is considered to be the best long-distance racing pigeon of all time. It is the most expensive bird ever to be sold. Although this is not a common activity here in America, pigeon racing has become increasingly popular in parts of China, with some prizes amounting to tens of thousands of dollars. Well, that's all the news I have for you guys today. For ONW Now, this has been Nina Rice, and I'll see you later, Ravens.
Let's take it to Word from the Halls with Lena to test our Ravens' basic knowledge. What are the 3 branches of the government?
Judicial, federal, and executive.
Judicial?
Yes.
Judicial? The legislative, and it starts with a C.
Legislative, judicial, and
I don't know. Executive, legislative. Judicial.
Legislative, judicial,
and executive.
What is the plural of moose?
Meese? Mooses?
Meese.
Moose.
Good job. What is the biggest state in America?
California.
Texas.
Texas?
Wait.
Texas.
No, Alaska.
Oh, it's Texas, right? It's not New York, it's Texas.
It's Alaska.
That's a country.
What is the capital of New York?
Oh, New York.
No, Albany.
New York.
No, Albany.
No.
Manhattan.
Albuquerque?
No, Albany.
No,
Is that right? Albany?
Albuquerque's in New Mexico.
Albany.
Can you tell me the order of the planets, starting from the sun?
Sun, and then something, and then Mars, and then I think Earth, and I don't know.
Jupiter.
No. Wait, from the sun?
Yeah, sorry, from the
Jupiter.
sun. Jupiter's very far.
Yeah, what? That's like the opposite way.
Venus.
Okay.
Venus. Does the Earth come next?
No.
I don't know.
Okay, that was close.
Wait.
Venus, Mars,
No,
Earth.
Venus, Earth, Mars. Jupiter, Uranus. No, Saturn, Uranus.
It's like it's I used to know this. There was like an acronym for it. Okay, I can go get a book.
Venus,
I thought it was Mars.
Mars, Venus, Earth. Wait,
Mercury. Venus.
Earth. Mars.
Jupiter.
Yeah.
Saturn.
Yes.
Uranus, and then Neptune.
Good job! Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of ONW Now. Next week, we'll take a look at the spring play, which opens on Friday, March 29th, as well as what the Japanese exchange students will do with their time at ONW.
Make sure to check out our Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube channel at ONW Raven Daily, and be sure to check out our brand new website, theravendaily.com, for all your school news. For Lena Saturn and Lena Daniel, this has been Addison Smith. We'll see you next week, Ravens.